Well, guys, I didn't expect that we were going to be able to play dress up with Kiryu in such a detailed fashion, but here we are, and it is amazing. And he even gets to strut his stuff on the runway, which just makes me so very happy to see. We also did some team fights. We get to have, because I spent a little bit extra for like deluxe version of the game, I have the fighter pack that comes with Daigo and Majima and Saejima. And today we're going to get back into some sub stories before we do more of the main story. And let me tell you, these are like some of the best sub stories that I have encountered in a while, so you guys don't want to miss them. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the comments. Alright, so a simple heavy lifting job is not on my list of ones to do off stream. So let's just start from the top. This one's gonna give us $500,000. Ooh. And 8,000 Akame points, which is really what I need right now, is the Akame points. So hey Joryu, does the name Matsumura ring a bell?
Yeah.
Matsumura? No, not familiar. Well, he's one of Sotenbori's longtime jack of all trades. Could say he's my senior in a way. Big cities have plenty of sleuths and odd jobs, men. He must have a good rep if he's on your radar. Absolutely. Anyhow, he asked me to take on a job. A jack of all trades hiring another jack of all trades? Yeah, Matsumura handles everything himself, but everyone needs a helping hand eventually. Several decades riding solo. He must really know his stuff. Uh-huh. I heard he's been on his own since he was a kid. Was raised in an orphanage. Orphanage? Yep. Man, what was it called? Anna? Oh yeah, I think it was Sunflower.
Nani?
Sunflower. Wait. Is that where Kiryu's from? I don't remember. Wasn't he in an orphanage at some point? Huh? Yeah. Pretty sure that was it. Someplace over in Kanto. No way. Does she mean the place I grew up? Yeah, with... What? Anyhow, he's looking for someone to do physical labor. Wants to rent him off me for a bit. Sure, I'll go. Really? Surprised you're so gung-ho about it. This Matsumura guy has piqued my interest. Where do I find him? You know the Wild Jackson and West Shofu Kucho? He said he'd brief you there. Got it. I'll stop by. Alright. I'm gonna accept these and do them one at a time, because I don't want a bunch of stuff on my... I don't want to get confused. I just want to keep it simple. We'll do one, we'll complete it, we'll turn it in. Hello. Anyone you recognize? Are you Matsumura-san? Akame sent me to help you. Yeah, You're just what I'd expect from our city's renowned Akame. She found me the exact type I was after. Here, have a seat. I'm Matsumura, as you already know. Call me Joryu. Nice to meet you, Joryu-san. Maybe you've heard. I'm an old hand in the business of odd jobs. Used my expertise in innumerable scenarios. Most recently, I've been consulting for the director of an orphanage.
Oh.
An orphanage, huh? Yeah, these days, places like that can hardly stay afloat. Their worries are truly endless. Heard you were raised in an orphanage. That's right. Lived at a place called Sunflower till about middle school. Out in Kanto. How come? Oh, so he would have been there like before Kiryu came, and probably he was already gone by the time Kiryu was there.
Yeah.
Curiosity. Matsumura's name and face are both unfamiliar to me. Given his age, maybe he was at Sunflower before I was old enough to remember. He could also be lying, though I can't see why he would. Ah, that place sure brings me back. The man who managed Sunflower was called Kazuma. I always looked up to that guy. Hey, well, we have that in common. Kazuma. If he knows Kazuma-san, then he's not lying. We really were raised at Sunflower together. To be honest with you, not every job I take actually pays off. Isn't he kind of old for that? Well, maybe, I don't know, maybe not.
Oh.
But if it means I can pass on just a little of what that great man taught me, then I can't help but take on the job. Kiryu looks young for his age? I guess so. Or maybe that's just my ego talking.
Yeah.
Hey, I can relate to that. Really? Thanks. Almost feels like this isn't our first meeting. You never know. Anyway, why not give me a rundown on the job?
Oh.
Oh, right. Now, Joryu-kun, I don't mean to shock you, but I want you to be the orphanage's new director. What? I thought you needed somebody who could fight.
Nani?
What? Yeah, Nani is right. Sorry to spring this on you so suddenly. The place is called Signet. Its director is getting on in years and doesn't have any family. He's trying to find a new successor ASAP.
Yeah.
Fine, I get that. But why me? Well, Signet regularly receives government assistance, but honestly, it's run by volunteers. I vetted all sorts of folks, but in this day and age, it's hard to find someone who can take on that kind of responsibility. And how do you know that I could? Shouldn't you ask me some questions? Aren't I supposed to get vetted? Man, I've looked, I've interviewed a bunch of people. Nobody is good enough. But you? Well, I can just look at you and know you're the guy for the job. I will put these children's lives in your hands. Person that I literally just met and know nothing about. To be even candid, I even threw my own hat into the ring. But the director wasn't keen on it. He balked at the idea of putting his orphanage in the hands of a jack of all trades. So he wants to put the orphanage in the hands of an ex-Yakuza? I mean, I know that our identity is a secret and everything, but... Ha! I suppose my occupation's got a shady reputation. Maybe, but I'm in the same boat. I can't help you. Sorry.
Yeah?
Hey. Don't make up your mind just yet. Sure, if the director doesn't like you, that's it. Even so, But if he does happen to like you, I ask that you reconsider. Come on, it's not that serious. You'd basically be a figurehead, a director in name only.
Oh.
I'd manage all the minutiae like finances and our overall operations. Your only job would be to show up once in a while when you've got time. Wait, what was wrong with all the other people then, if that's all they needed to do? Still, why go to all the trouble? Well, I could decide it's not my problem and guess that'd be the end of it. Excuse me. But I've got a personal stake in the place. I can't brush it off like it's none of my business. Seems you're a genuine bleeding heart deep down. Got me there. Anyway, my priority is to appoint the next director and help Signet get back on its feet. Otherwise, those kids will be out on the streets, and I can't let that happen. You've got noble intentions, but I don't have a legitimate name to offer you. Technically, there's ways around that, assuming you're willing and on board. Sure, it may be a little unorthodox, but I picked up some tricks of the trade that'll have us squared up on paper. Alright. I was raised in an orphanage. I can relate to wanting to make a difference. How interesting. Thank you, Joryu-kun. Hey, so where does this physical labor part factor in? Oh yeah, about that. I promised to hand over some supplies for the orphanage today. The director's coming out to Sotenbori, so we arranged to meet at Ashitaba Park. Could I trouble you to carry them for me? That's it? Of course. Didn't you grow up in an orphanage? Working with kids is all about stamina. True enough. Kiryu knows. He knows. Oh, Matsumura-san. Hello, Takumi. I see you showed up as well. You bet I did. Wouldn't miss out on a chance to see you, Matsumura-san. But you can see me anytime. Brought you a present today. There's clothes and candy inside. Wow, thanks a ton. Thank you for your continued generosity.
Yeah?
Come on, it's barely anything. All of it was practically free at the bazaar. You're the one who was kind enough to come all the way to Sotenbori. Nonsense. We can't have you making the trek every time. Oh, and who's this?
Oh.
This is Joryu-kun. I wanted to introduce you to.
よろしく頼む。
Nice to meet you. I'm Joryu. Hello there.
Oh.
On that note, Director, how would you feel about passing on your title to Joryu-kun? What?
ちょっと
What'd you say?
あ
No way. You can't just make some rando who appeared out of nowhere the director. That's what I'm saying. Takumi, listen. The director's getting old. Joryu-kun is still in his prime, and he shows plenty of promise. I know it's sudden, but if you could get along eventually, wouldn't that be enough?
ふざけんの
If that's all it takes, you should just become the director. Well, it seems the director's not too keen on that idea. How come, director? Matsumura-san's always been good to us. I have my reasons. Ain't it your own stubbornness that landed Signet into this mess in the first place?
Yeah.
Takumi, that's going too far. It's true, though. Matsumura-san, do you mind if I head home and think it over?
Oh.
Of course not. In that case, let's say goodbye for now. Thank you again for the supplies. This is so weird. That kid's name was Takumi, right? Sounds like he really wanted you to take over as director. Well, he was in middle school when we first met. We'd see each other whenever I visited the kids. Guess he got attached to me. I'm happy he feels that way, but the director himself isn't on board. Exactly. Plus, I recently started my own company. It's fair to say that I might not be able to devote enough attention to the role. But the random guy who all he needs to do is show up every once in a while has enough attention? Time? Something unrelated to your freelance work? Right. At an office handing various tasks related to real estate.
Oh.
It's still small, but Takumi's actually planning to start there too.
Cool.
Oh yeah? Kiryu knows all about orphanages, he knows all about real estate, he knows all about cabaret clubs, like he's done every job in the book. Taxi driver? Takumi, well, you'll find he's pretty closed off around others. Apparently, that's why he couldn't stay with the last company that hired him. Ended up back at Signet. Plus, it isn't easy to find new employment, and society's pretty tough on folks who grew up institutionalized. So, you decided to take him on board. He seemed like the type of guy the director could trust. Oh, do me a favor and tell him that, Joryu-kun. Anyway, that's all for today. Could I trouble you to help me out again sometime? Sure. Not only does he donate supplies to the kids and pays them visits, he even helps them find jobs. He mentioned he'd always looked up to Kazuma-san. Real inspirational, that Kazuma. Ah, Kazuma. Akame? What's up? Hey, Joryu! All done with that job? Yeah. I'm a director of an orphanage now. Or about to be. Is Matsumura-san with you?
Yeah.
He already left. I'm alone. I see. Good timing. What were your thoughts on him, Joryu? My thoughts? I think he's a solid guy. Seems he's desperately trying to support a place called Signet Orphanage. That desperation ain't born of good intentions. Huh? That guy's currently scheming to seize the facility.
Nani?
What do you mean? We got another Nani. We get a lot of Nanis. A lot of Nanis tonight. Well, I just got this weird feeling. Figured maybe work's got me paranoid, but couldn't help doing a little digging on Matsumura-san. Sure enough, I found out about his dark side. The true Matsumura is a loan shark that specializes in refinancing. He approaches folks with loads of debt, sweet talks them with promises to make it all go away, and then seizes their assets, land, buildings, everything. Like I said, a loan shark. Hold on. Matsumura-san said he wanted to become the director of Signet. Said he'd work to support me. Interesting. Sounds like he wants you to put you in the spotlight while he works to liquidate things behind your back. Oh, that's why he doesn't want somebody who is involved. So he can just do what he wants.
Nani?
It can't be. That place is in trouble. Guarantee you he's after it. Letting him prey on him would be a damn tragedy. Once he's done bleeding all their assets, they won't have a single hair left to pick their teeth. And you're sure about this? Think I'd be saying all this if I weren't? I want you to hear for yourself, though. There's a homeless guy under Bishamon Bridge, one of his victims. Go find him and hear what he has to say. On it. Well, Kiryu also is, he's dealt with loan sharks before, too. He has experience in that. Matsumura-san said he looked up to Kazuma-san. Was that all a lie? Whatever the truth is, I've got to get to the bottom of this. Hell yeah, we do. We can't be having this. Alright. Under the bridge. This bridge. Pocket tissues. I don't want to fight you. I have a better way to make money now. If you want to fight me, I'll see you in the Coliseum. So Under the Bridge? I like that song. It's a good song. Here he is. What do you want? Do you happen to know a guy named Matsumura? Matsumura? Effin' Matsumura? So you know him. That bastard's the whole damn reason I landed in this mess. Spun me some fairy tale about how he'd cancel all my debts, then made off with everything I had. Can you tell me more? Just thinking about it boils my blood. Wormed his way into my life when I was at my wit's end after our orphanage had fallen into debt.
Nani?
Your orphanage? Let me handle it, he said. Promised I could sell it for a bundle. But that slimeball planned to rip off our land right from the start. Matsumura's a devil in disguise. And you were left homeless. Ain't me a gotta worry. Story ain't over yet.
Nani?
What do you mean? Oh my god, there's so many nannies. It's like Christmas came early. It's not even December yet. Matsumura hired the kids who had nowhere to go at his company. Said he'd look after them. Really made it seem like he was trying to help them out. But now I hear he won't even let him leave the office. He works him like a cart horse. Seriously? And another Nani? Kiryu is just flabbergasted right now. My precious kids! Worse yet, they say he's got close ties to the Yakuza. My luck ran out the day he set his sights on me. It's too late for me. I'm to blame for letting him manipulate me with his forked tongue. But, hey, buddy, don't know who you are, but if it's in your power, all I can ask is that you save those kids. I will. And you should reach out to Akame. Better than staying out here like this. Ask the other homeless around here. They'll tell you where to go. Explain what happened. They won't ignore you. Akame. Yeah, I've heard of her. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, you'll be good with Akame. These are Yakuza 0 Nani numbers. I know, right? How'd it go, Joryu? Heard the guy's story. Said he used to run an orphanage till Matsumura robbed him of everything he owned. I see. Apparently he's also fond of approaching older people without families so he can make off with their assets. I've gotten sloppy. All this wickedness going on behind my back. Why didn't this come to light earlier? Folks who use loan sharks are guilty of wanting to make a little profit too. But he's been using that as leverage to make his victims feel like they owe him. Not to mention, people who won't tattle on you make for excellent pawns. It sounds like Matsumura's company employs kids from the orphanage he destroyed. There's a boy named Takumi living at Signet who really idolizes him. I bet the other kids feel the same. You mean... Yeah. That's probably why Matsumura targets orphanages, as a convenient source for workers. Akame, I need you to tell me where to find Matsumura's office. Give me a minute. Here we go. It's an office called Matsumura Industries in the Nishikubo Sunrise Building in South Shofukucho. Seems to be connected to real estate. Maybe he's using it to manage all the properties he sees. Some mastermind, huh? You're heading over, right? Do me a solid and smash him into orbit. Deal. You did say the job called for physical labor. Oh, now we get to do our physical labor. All right. Not too far to go. This must be Matsumura's office. Let's get him. Oh. Got it, rookie. The only answers I want to hear from you are yes, sir, and understood. Before long, you'll be one of us. But until then, we're gonna learn you real good.
Nani?
It would be way too much work for someone to go back and count the nanis on the VODs. What are we on? Day 4? Hey, lay off Takumi. Huh? Who the fuck? You can't just come barging in here. Tell me something. Is roughing up your employees just business as usual around here? Yeah, you got a problem? Getting the shit beat out of you is the fastest way to learn. We play by our own rules. You ain't one of us, assholes, so butt out. That was a mistake, buddy. Oh my god. How did you do that?
Boy.
You alright? Hey, you're the guy that was with Matsumura-san before. Joryo-san, right? I'm guessing he hired you. What happened here? It was my fault. I kept making dumb mistakes and giving him shitty answers. That's not something that warrants violence. Just please don't tell Matsumura-san. I don't want to cause him any trouble. Why are you so loyal to him? Because he's been good to me. I ain't got no parents, but he treats me like a son. Of course I'd look up to him. Looks like my prediction was right. Matsumura wins over orphans just to use them like pawns. Takumi, can you tell me where Matsumura is? Why? What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
I won't cause any trouble for you. Matsumura-san's like a father to me. If you're planning to hurt him, you'll have to get through me first. Back when I was 20 or so, I wouldn't have hesitated to give my life for Kazuma-san. But someone once told me that sort of thing was just brainwashing. I see. How about you stay here and rest a bit? Or head for the hospital, alright? Joryo-san! Well, we didn't find out where he is. Can't believe that type of heinous shit's going down in Osaka right under my nose. This is all my fault.
Yeah.
You don't need to shoulder so much blame. More importantly, though, do you know where Matsumura is? He wasn't at his office. Wait a sec. Got it. Looks like he's at Ashtaba Park. On my way.
Yeah.
Joryu-kun has an honest determination that's hard to find nowadays. Sure, the kids will be hesitant at first, but soon they'll grow to love him as director.
Oh.
And with him in the role, Signet would be able to stand against its financial pressures.
Yeah.
He'll need support, of course, but that's where my expertise comes in. There's nothing to worry about. Oh. Joryu-kun and I can get Signet back on its feet. What do you think? Any downsides to my proposal? I guess not. Exactly, right? In that case, wait.
Oh.
You asked the wrong dude, buddy. Hello, Joryu-kun. I was about to contact you. About what? The director's finally come around to a decision. He wants you to take over Signet.
Oh.
This is your first time running an institution, right? I understand any concerns. Well, technically it's not. But please, just relax. I'll take care of all the tough stuff, like operations and finances. Makes it easier to snatch the deeds to the land and buildings, right? Oh, straight for the jugular. Huh? What's this now?
Yeah.
Joryu-kun, what do you wanna... about all of a sudden? You know that's not true. All I know is that's your specialty, Mr. Loan Shark. Loan Shark? Akame's tip led me to one of your victims, another orphanage director apparently. You offered to help him settle his debts, then took everything he owned, leaving him destitute. He still hates your guts. What are you saying?
Yeah.
No, you're completely mistaken. It's true I also work as a debt adjuster, but that type of work tends to be rocky in practice. Of course I did everything I could for that man, but he still ended up losing his property. I just can't believe he would blame me for everything. For argument's sake, let's say I accept your excuse. But what about Takumi? Takumi? I dropped by your office. They were beating on Takumi when I got there. Takumi? Why would he be... The kid even believed it was all his fault. Was worried he'd cause you trouble. Well, that must be it. He must have made some sort of mistake. It's no wonder why you only hire kids from institutions.
What?
Time to fess up, Matsumura. You approached Signet because, as a loan shark, you had your eye on the buildings and land. Plus, you wanted to acquire more pawns. Pawns? What do you mean? Nice detective work, Joryu-kun.
Oh.
Guess the cat's out of the bag. Children know nothing of the world. Put on a good show for them, and it's not long till they're wrapped around your fingers. If I make use of clueless pawns, I can extend my reach and collect even more. What you think? Pretty clever, right? Pretty dick move. What are you? So, was your backstory of growing up at Sunflower pure bullshit too?
Yeah.
That part was true. In fact, that's the original inspiration for this plan. What? Don't you remember what I said about that Kazuma guy who ran Sunflower? He was actually a Yakuza, and a very clever man. As the founder of an orphanage, he played on people's sympathies, but from the shadows, he created an army of obedient puppets who were willing to die for him. If I had remained at Sunflower, the same thing would have happened to me. As soon as I ran as soon as I wised up. Is this what you meant by following in Kazuma's footsteps? Don't you get it? Everything he did, everything I've done, What's the difference? Taking advantage of the weak? Creating an army of willing slaves? He was a good teacher. You bastard. Oh, he went too far. I don't understand why you're so upset, but that's enough chit-chat. Yee? Is that one of those yee sound effects they always use? But his voice is deep, so he's like, yee. If you're going to blame someone, Joryu, just blame yourself for meddling. If you hadn't stuck your nose into my business, you wouldn't have to die. Jeez. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Well, I don't think he's gonna give you the orphanage now. You maybe could have... I don't know, lied your way through, but now you're gonna try to kill me? Nobody kills Joryu, okay? Except Joryu. Except Kiryu. Kiryu, no. Eee. Ooh, ooh. I guess technically Joryu killed Kiryu. But Kiryu could also kill Joryu. All he has to do is come back to life. Okay. I should probably heal. What's this? I still don't even know what I picked up. A rock? A brick? A can? I guess it was a can, maybe? Boom, boom, boom! Boom! Oh, shit. There we go. Hey! Don't make me do it! Don't make me do it! You forced my hand! That is just so absolutely crazy. Shit! Joryu-kun, I apologize. Look, man, I'm sorry. Oh my god, this guy is infuriating. So, come on, won't you forgive me? Don't try and worm your way out of this. You gotta listen. I didn't do this because I wanted to. I'm a victim too. My parents. Kazuma murdered them. Oh, I could actually believe that.
Yeah?
I was so clueless. But one day, I stumbled on the truth and I pressed Kazuma for answers. Told him he was a hypocrite. He said nothing. So, I escaped the orphanage, but I never stopped hating him. To be raised by the man that murdered my real parents. Who can accept that? I'm not the villain here. It's all Kazuma's fault. I'm certain Kazuma knew better than anyone what a hypocrite he was. But there was nothing false or hypocritical about the love he poured into those kids. And that is something I know better than anyone. Oh, all of his orphans are the kids of his victims. Oh, I guess maybe I forgot about that. All of them? I know Kiryu, for sure. Hmm? Even you must have felt his sincerity. If you're that clueless, then you should watch what you say about Shintaro Kazuma. Anyway, I'll leave the rest to you. I'm on it. By the way, on the topic of Matsumura's employees, Joryu-san, can I ask you to tell them they're welcome at Signet? Huh? Those children need some peace of mind. If anything, we do have plenty of empty rooms. Director, thank you. It's really us who ought to be thanking you. I overheard his proposal. I actually think it's a great idea. They've still got a whole heap of problems, but I'll help them out as much as I can. Thanks. I'm counting on that. See you. I guess no matter whose footsteps you choose to follow, the journey is what you make of it. Don't give me a... Don't do that. Don't do that. That's... No. You're going too far. He'd be proud of you, Kiryu. He'd be so proud. He wouldn't know what to do with himself. If Kazuma could see me now, I wonder what he'd say. Stop. Simple heavy lifting job. That was not simple, but it was heavy. Just not in the way we originally thought, but it was very heavy at the end there. Oh boy. Okay, what time is it? Oh shit. It's 8 o'clock. All right, well, I guess there's not enough time to start and complete another thing, but I guess we'll just stop here. I got nothing. Ooh, I got it! Get fucked! Looney Tanuki, 20 points. This music is actually pretty banging. No! I needed that! I needed that, you asshole! Yes! Yeah! All right. I can grab the light card. Maybe I'll get lucky. Okay, we can win with the ribbons. And... not really liking my chances of getting... You know what? Koi! Fuck it! Probably gonna lose. Whew! Koi! I can get the junk point too. I think. Yes! Okay. I think we got like 3 points. No, maybe like 5 points. 5 points. Ah! The shittiest luck ever. He got 16 points. Okay, this has got to be the last round. I don't know. Okay, we're going to go for ribbons. And fuck you! I was going to say, try to pull the sake cup. God damn it. What an absolute dick. I can't let him get the moon, because then he's going to get an insta 5 points right there, so... Come on! You're not giving me shit right now! I need some good shit! Yes! Yes! I'm done! You fucking suck! I win! You lose! 3,800 points. All right, we're gonna cash in, guys. We're gonna cash in everything. How many plates can we get? 3? I'm gonna get 2 because I want to save some points so I can come play Koi Koi more. And now we're gonna head to Ebisu. And then we're gonna do some more of those sub stories for the Akame network. And try to get to chapter 3. We've been in chapter 2 for like 30 hours or something. Okay, Ghost of Sotenbori. Let's see what craziness they're gonna throw at us today. Hey Joryu, you've ever heard of the Goryu clan, right? Or you've heard of the Goryu clan, right? Of course you have. You faced off with one of them at the final match of the castle, second patriarch Ryuji Goda. Or his double, at least. Sure. Why do you ask? So, the real Ryuji Goda was supposedly this famous, charismatic Yakuza from a decade ago. Back then, he tried to make a move on Tokyo's Kamurocho, and he met his end. However, loads of people think he didn't actually die, even after all these years later. Bruh, I was there. And recently, rumors have been floating around, sightings of Ryuji Goda himself back in Sotenbori. It's not him. Of Ryuji? Nani? What a load of crap. Every dead celebrity has those rumors come up about them. Hey, I agree with you. But like they say, where there's smoke, right? You think the rumors are true? It's not true. That's what I want you to find out for me. You see, if a guy as magnetic as he was really turned up again, it'll put the balance of Sotenbori at risk. In that case, I might have to make a move of my own, you know? I see what you mean. Alright, I'll look into it. You will? Wow, you're sure quick to volunteer. Didn't expect that. Just happened to be in the mood. So, now what? Where do I start? I've gathered a handful of credible witness reports, and I want you to suss them out. Fair enough. Let's hear them. Right, first off, a guy ran into a little kid who extorted him 30 years ago, and the same thing happened again. What are you saying? Just listen, alright? This guy says that 30 years back he was extorted by an elementary school kid wearing a backpack. The kid was super tall, he says, like 180 centimeters. That is tall. I don't know how tall that is. I'm an American and I'm dumb and I don't know metric system. And that kid apparently was Ryuji Goda. Even young Ryuji was known to put adults to shame with his height, you see. Anyhow, 30 years go by, this guy crosses paths with him again, and the same story unfolds. Ryuji would never extort anyone. It was 30 years ago, right? Why is he so sure it's the same person? According to the victim, the man had blonde hair and a scar on his mouth. Blonde with a mouth scar. Well, the features match. On top of that, he said the man straight up called himself Ryuji Goda. What? Curious, don't you think? Sure is. Any leads on this guy? The victim said they crossed paths on East Sotenbori Street. And the criminal returns to the crime scene, huh? Alright, I'll check it out. Alright, let's go see this ghost. This supposed Ryuji Goda. Goda? Goda? I think it was here, the place where that Ryuji looking guy showed up. Yo, Pops! Nope. Not blonde. Thought you were him for a second. You looking for someone? Huh? Nobody's talking to you, old man. You're after a guy with blonde, slick-backed hair, aren't you? Whoa, how'd you guess? If you know something, spit it out. Just a rumor I heard. Why you being all shady? Look, if you know something, how about I pound it out of you? How about... no. How about I show you my new trick that I can do, if I can do it. Come on, I'm trying to look like a badass here. That was kind of badass. Please. Damn, you're fast. What? This is impossible. I'm doing it right, right? Come on. Oh my god. I'm pressing Y, but nothing's happening. Let me, you know what? Let me take out one. Or take out all but one. Alright. Congratulations, you get to be my first victim. Or I might die first, I don't know. What the hell? There it is! There we go! Why was that so hard? Damn, who is this dude? You're looking for Ryuji Goda, aren't you? Psh, what if I am? Why are you after him? 'Cause this here's our turf. We've been hearing this Ryuji Goda's punk's been stepping around here like he owns the place, so we came to put an end to it. A turf war between kids. Seems like they don't even know who Ryuji is. Get out of here and try to stir up less trouble from now on. Psh. Whatever. Ryuji Goda, is it? Looking for me, were ya? It can't be. That is not... Nope. Not even close. Oh. Why does it look like he has a face stitched onto his face? Like... his face is a face mask? It looks like a face mask, but is it? I mean, that if you're gonna have a face mask to try to look like Ryuji Goda, then at least have the mask look like him. What do you mean? I'm Ryuji Goda, the guy you're looking for. Good to meet ya. Yeah. Looks like this was a waste of time. See you. What's this? Seems like Mr. Big Shot over here is underestimating me. When I'm done with you, you'll be pissing yourself when you hear my name. We need to destroy this guy because he is sullying the name of the late great Ryuji Goda, okay? He and I, you know, we had our differences and we didn't always see eye to eye. But he was a good guy-ish. Oh, shit. I didn't know I was gonna... do that on me. Well, it would make sense that I had to do some quick time events against the fake Ryuji Goda. That guy is standing on him. Ah! Why are you impersonating Ryuji? Well, the name of Ryuji Goda is legendary in this town. It's a great way to get some notoriety. I see. Seems like his boots are too big for you, though. Yeah, I bet that ain't the only reason I call myself Goda. Oh, but that ain't the only reason. What's that? He just hobbles away. See ya! Only quick when he's running away. Turns out the guy couldn't be less like Ryuji. How dare he! It's Joryu. The Goda case was a bust. Turns out it was just some thug taking advantage of Ryuji's clout. What a clout chaser! Ah, well, so it goes, right? While you've been out and about, I tracked down a new rumor. Let me hear it. It's about an extortion scam, a honeypot, as the kids call it these days, been popping up around town lately. The victim gets invited somewhere by a sexy lady, but once they arrive, they find a scary guy waiting for him, a guy who calls himself Ryuji Goda. Ryuji? Running an extortion scam? The guy is blonde, of course, and they say he's got a long coat and a Japanese sword, too. Sounds like Mr. Goda is as famous for those as he is for that flashy blonde do of his. Alright, I'll give this one a look, too. I know I'm the one asking and all, but you're being surprisingly proactive about this, aren't you? No more than normal. So, how do I find this guy? His lady friend's been showing up in South Shofukucho, so try making contact there. Will do. Is this like a separate person impersonating Ryuji? I gotta say, there are a lot... I mean, I say this often, but there are a lot of villains in the Yakuza series, right? Like, there's a new villain every game, and there are a lot of games, and not all of the villains are very memorable, at least to me. So, like, Ryuji was definitely one of the most memorable ones. I really, really enjoyed his story and all of that. This is where Akame said the extortion scam was happening. Excuse me there, handsome. Well, that was fast. Sorry, what? Anyway, what you up to? If you're not too busy, how about the two of us have a little fun together? What do you mean by fun? Come on, you're gonna make a lady say it out loud now? I just broke up with my boyfriend and I'm feeling all pent up, you know? Okay, nobody talks like that. Will, you remember that? Takayuki Yagami. Oh god. Pent up, you say? Uh-huh. Just like super pent up, you know? I get it. Sure, I'm in. You like girls who are quick to get in the mood, huh? Anyway, let's go. Well, time to see what comes out of this. You cool if I shower first, big guy? Go for it. Okay, I'll be right back. And here's where a climactic extortion twist would come in. Oh, so you're the one who's trying to steal Ryuji Goda's girl. Wait, it couldn't be. Nope. This one's even worse than the first one. Nope, not a chance. And he's like, he's not 180 centimeters. You realize what you've done, you bastard? You're paying for this with your blood. Darling, oh, that man took me here against my will. Ah, Noko, that goes without saying. No way a pure-hearted, devoted girl like you would come to filthy, indecent place like this of your own accord. He was like, really? Now, you can start by handing over your wallet and phone. Got it? Why are you dressed up like that? Say what? And why are you calling yourself Ryuji Goda? Explain that one for me too. Who does this guy think he is? Ass clown! Those will be your final words! Alright. Oh, this guy's wimpier than the first one. At least the other guy had like 2 health bars, right? Who is this monster? Looks like your devoted girl's a bit of a monster herself.
Boy.
Now, I'll ask you again, why are you pretending to be Ryuji Goda? Well, I... Joryu here. Any update on the Ryuji... update on the Ryuji rumor, Joryu? Another dead end. Was just about to ask this guy why he's been impersonating him. That right. Well, I just hit the jackpot over here. I've located the Goryu clan's hideout. Nani? The Goryu clan's what? Now's my chance! Sorry, where were we? The Goryu clan's hideout, right? I thought they disbanded long ago. More accurately, it's the hideout of the Goryu remnants who were plotting the clan's revival. You're sure it's really them? This ain't a rumor, it's information. You think that they've got something to do with these fake Ryujis? You'll never know if you don't ask. True enough. So, where is it? Hiruma number 3 building, 4th floor. It's right by Ashitaba Park. There's a chance things get ugly. That gonna be an issue? I'll leave that up to you. You ain't the type to spill blood for nothing, right? I try not to. Later then. The Hiruma number 3 building, right by Ashitaba Park. Resurrecting the Goryu clan. But why? I have to find out. What was the villain? What was the guy? What's right here? The guy in Yakuza 0 that has the theme song. The guy the guy with the bike. You fight in the tunnel. What was his name again? He's a memorable villain. Mine was Kuze. Yeah, so Kuze, I mean, he's memorable except for the fact that I can't remember his name ever. Kuze was a really good villain. Mine, I liked. Ryuji, I liked. And then, like, I can't for the life of me remember the villains of 4, 5, and 6. And then both villains of the Judgment games are like my favorites. 3 had Andre Richardson too. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Alright, let's get in here. This is where the Goryu clan remnants were supposedly gathering. Head in. Here goes nothing. I need to figure out what those guys are after. Huh? Who are you? Yeah, what you staring at? You guys the ones saying you'll revive the Goryu clan? You think you're hot shit, dickhead? Yeah. Does that answer your question? I am hot shit. My name is Joryu. Don't you forget it. Blah! Last chance. Are you the guys saying you'll revive the Goryu clan? Can I help you with something? Who are you? You barge into a man's office and don't even have the decency to greet him? I'm the Goryu clan's 3rd patriarch. Can't say I recognize you. Had some dealings with you guys back when the 2nd patriarch was still around. That makes sense. Yeah. I took my pledge at the end of that era. It's no surprise you wouldn't know me. You'll have to excuse me, but who are you exactly? You've heard of Akame, right? She sent me. Ah, Akame, you say? I'd heard she was well informed, but for her to have sniffed out our location, I suppose it must be true. Yeah, so half-truths won't cut it. Better watch what you say. Oh, how scary. You know, I've been thinking we ought to pay her a visit and say hello. After all, we're new in town.
Boy.
Do the Omi higher-ups know about you guys?
Yeah.
Not yet, but I plan to drop in on them soon with a few gifts in hand. Even they won't say no to us then. After the death of 2nd Patriarch Goda and Kamurocho, the Goryu clan was dismantled for a time. They'd stage a coup against the main branch after all. However, those of us who remain still aspire to reign supreme. We've never forgotten the second Patriarch's ambition. Yeah. Scattered though we were, we patiently bided our time for more than a decade. Until, at last, the day has come to mobilize the Goryu clan once more. Word's been going around town that Goda's still alive. Not to mention, there have been multiple people impersonating him. You guys have something to do with that? Huh. Indeed, it's all according to plan. Upon our return to the city, the name of Ryuji Goda would serve as a monstrous weapon. However, as the second patriarch is no more, I decided it would be just as effective to install his illusion here instead. So you scattered those imposters all over town? Correct! And the name of Ryuji Goda echoes across the city. In that chaos, the 3rd generation of the Goryu clan, the ones behind it all, will ascend to Sotenbori's throne once again. And not a bad plan, if I do say so myself. I see. It's all clear to me now that you need an ass whooping. Clear that you aren't fit to bear the crest of the Goryu clan. Go ahead. Restore the clan if you want. That's got nothing to do with me. But using a dead man's image as your mascot without a sliver of understanding or respect for what he stood for? I won't allow that. Yes! You won't allow that? Huh. And just who were you to him? Well, we were, like, mortal rivals, but we tried to kill each other, but...
Yeah.
I don't need to explain that to you. I dated his sister once. Huh. Very well. I've also had enough of this conversation, but there's one last matter we ought to clear up. I think I mentioned it already. Making a little visit to Akame. It would be the height of indiscretion for me not to bring her a gift. Your freshly served head would do quite nicely in that regard. It'd serve as a message. This is what happens to you when you go against the Goryu clan. It's all yours if you can take it.
Yeah.
And besides, something like that wouldn't faze her. I think it would, actually. I think it would faze her a lot. But he doesn't have to know that. You never know if you don't try, right? All right, boys, get him! What happened? Does someone have a gun? Oh, hell no. Okay. Oh, dang it. What? Why couldn't I hit him while he was stunned? Kind of kicking my ass here. Oh! Damn. Woo! Woo! Hey Katsu Cafe, welcome back. Ah, we'll leave this town. Please, go easy on us. Giving up already? Yet another example of how unfit you are for the Goryu's tenants. You better leave town by today, and don't ever come back. I see. Case closed then, I guess. All those Ryuji Godas were fake plants, and the Goryu won't be coming back. Yep. Awesome work, Joryu. For real though, you were oddly enthusiastic about this whole affair. What gives? Yeah. The state of the Goryu clan is none of my business. But I couldn't stand by and watch them tarnish a man's reputation for petty extortion and blackmail scams. Whose? Ryuji Goda's? Did you know him or something? Something like that. Huh? Well, whatever. Anyway, now that that's taken care of, I'll be looking forward to your help on the next one. Whenever the mood strikes. Did I stick my nose where it didn't belong, Ryuji? Us dead celebrities gotta look out for each other, huh? Oh, that's sweet. That was cool. I liked that one. Alright, we gotta eat. Because we dying. And then we will pick up the next one and keep it rolling.